Hey guys, so today I just want to show you how I was able to add a shortcut using the program AutoHotkey, which is a very simple program that allows you to set your own remaps of keys. I've used it for other programs and applications, and I wanted to use it for VsCode just because I'm tired of having to move my hand to the right to either press home or end or use the arrow keys, and so this is just a way to make my time more efficient and not have to have those little pauses. It's just kind of like a little annoyance to me. To some people it probably doesn't bother them. Maybe they've just been coding more than I have and just got used to it. There might be other tools and resources out there, but this is an easy way, a simple way for a coder to add a shortcut. And so give you an example. So if the old method or the normal method that we do is, let's say if we do a dot then, and then you do a parenthesis, another parenthesis, and I have to move my hand now to move the arrow key to turn this into an arrow function. And let's say I have another function in here, or console.log. And then let's say I have you know um, something like this, template literal, something in here, and now I want to go to the right again. Now I have to move my hand to the right, go to the arrow key, or I need to grab my mouse, and so I just don't like that transition personally. um, just I feel like it just throws me off, or just it's just inefficient. I just have to keep making that pause, whereas I just like to have it, fluent since I'm just typing. I don't want to reposition my hand. And so this is a solution that I have come up with. So I went to autohotkey.com, and they have a free app. I believe it's free. I don't remember. I installed it a while ago. Believe it's free for non-commercial uses. So here it is what the syntax is. So what I had selected was left shift plus space will move the arrow to the right, or triggers the right arrow key. Left shift plus alt triggers the left arrow key. So it's the same thing of just going, left arrow, right arrow. And it just allows me, that's what I've selected, but it just allows me to keep my position at the same location. So this is all you literally would type in for the actual AutoHotkey. And the syntax, you can change the syntax as well to make it shorter, but I made it this way so that it's easier to understand. Um, and so when you select this together, it only triggers the right arrow. Otherwise, if you just had right by itself right here, what'll happen is left shift is selected, so it would select while it's moving to the right. So anyways, this is the syntax that works. Once you have, I won't save that just because I already have it pre-populated. Once you have it, you can open it up by, where is it? It's right here. So I put it in my school coding folder. You can either just double click on it. If it's already running, it'll ask you if you want to run it, a new instance of it. You can say yes. You can also suspend it, so it's not going to respond to when you click shift plus space bar to do the thing that you've asked it to do. It'll just act normal, but you can unsuspend it as well. You can exit it, and it won't continue as well. So if I don't have it running and I double click on it, it'll just appear down here. So once again, if you take a look down here, nothing's happening. I double click on it, and then now it appears here. And then you can also add this program, AutoHotkey, to the shortcuts here. I usually just right click on it, and then I have a few others that I use. And then you can pin it, so it's right here, and same thing. That way you just have it on when you need it. I haven't seen anywhere in the key maps beforehand of Shift plus Alt by itself doing anything. If it does get in a way where you do use Shift plus Alt plus something else, you might have to remap it to something else. But this is just what I've selected. So you can look at autohotkey.com/docs/keylist.htm. That looks like this. And you can see a list of all the keys, and this is basically their documentation on how to use it. So you can get pretty advanced and write out entire scripts and even trigger other files, but this is just what I've come up with. And again, the file, you have to save it as a .ahk. I think I forgot to mention that, but you can just create a new notepad, and then, you know, my shortcut, and then you open that up, and then for instance I'll just open this one up as well with notepad. That's how you edit it, and then I can either just type in, you know, these things myself, or I can paste this in, and then you want to save it as .ahk, and then now it's saved. And you can see that once you have AutoHotkey installed, it's going to change the logo. And then in order to install AutoHotkey, I will show you how to do that as well. So you just go to autohotkey.com, download, and then you can download the current version and install it. That's it. So once it's installed, when you create this folder, or excuse me, file, my shortcuts.ahk, or whatever your name is, .ahk, when you double click on it, it'll run. And make sure that you're only running one at a time. You just don't want them to conflict each other. So this is just a test file that I created, but that's it. And then once that is installed, I'll show you how I use it. You can't see my hand obviously, but now I'm holding Shift. Wait, I don't even have it running. Let me run it. So if I type in, you know, parenthesis, parenthesis, and I hold down Shift, press space, you can see it's there. So now I can do the arrow function, type in that, some function, no, that's not what I wanted, function, there we have that, and then I have Shift Space. Say I want to go back, Shift Alt, and there it is. So I'm not moving my right hand at all, which just feels so much better, especially if you have an ergonomic keyboard. I don't, but I probably will want to buy an ergonomic keyboard as well, just to maximize, you know, having my hand position in the same position every time, as much as possible. So you can add to this if you want. I probably will over time, just because I don't want to have that hand strain, and I just like to have it, you know, all in one fluid motion. It's just a little quality of life improvement. So anyways, that's my example. I hope that helps. I'll link everything in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hope it helped you.